Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Melbourne, Australia for take 2 of Season 4, Round 6, here in 7th Gear Racing. Today we're in for 29 laps of this awesome street circuit. But first, qualifying. That's right, we're here with Tier 1 tonight. Legendary in the form of his life. Currently, the last 4 races, 3 wins and 1 second. 3 wins and 1 second position. Can anyone stop him tonight? Last week he won by almost a lap around Monaco. He was definitely the one driver who took to water like a duck to water, I should say. So, who will be the first out on track tonight? Obviously, ignore the timing screen at the top. We know that's a bit out of place. I imagine that 18 minutes is probably just about started. Who will be the first to blink? On take 1, it was Alros. He was the one that came out first. We see Podgy Porter and Jake go for the softs. I believe it's a McLaren. It will be either, is that Fury Panda or Rapier going out? He who dares wins, we say. It is Alros again. Why is it not letting me change views? It's stuck on this view. Whoa. Okay, so let me change it now. That was a little bit weird. Doesn't let me change. Okay. Really weird. Right then, let's follow Alros again, shall we? So then, just to remind you guys, pole position, the record for Tier 1 is a 120.6. The actual pole position record is actually set by Winnets in Tier 2, which was a 120.386. We saw on previous take we got 120.9, so we'll see if these guys can get anywhere near those times tonight. Judging by the first attempt on the first lap, the answer to that will be yes. Funky Panda is in the lobby tonight, making his Tier 1 debut. He made a rocket of a start last week, didn't he, in Tier 2 around Brazil. He'll be looking to see how he can compare to the Tier 1 guys tonight. Alros begins his flying lap. I believe the sector last time was at... Whoa, and this time... Oh, no, he's in the wall this time. That wasn't supposed to happen. Has he got damage? He may have. Can't see it, because Codemasters are fantastic. Let's see what kind of first sector. I think it was a 26.9, so obviously he's already... already 4 seconds off that. So in that case we will go to, where's it down there? Is it the Alpha? It's Will. So Will making his Tier 1 tonight. Let's see what he can do in the Alfa Romeo. Oh, he's the first to fall victim to the chicane at turns 11 and 12. And that is a retirement, as Jake has also retired. It's just a bit strange. So it will be Jake and Will bringing up the rear of the grid. No safety cars in the qualifying, of course. Right then, Funky Panda, what can he do? As he drives past the stricken Will. Funky Panda was very impressive. As Rapier does a 20.8, so he's already a tenth faster than he was the first time around. Let's see if he can get anywhere near Rapier's time. He does a 121.7. So about a second of the pace so far. Vaughan with a 22.4. Vaughan's a lot better than that. He's been dominating qualifying in Tier 2. So he will do a lot better than that. As Evan Woodard sets a 121.2. The times are starting to flow in now. So that's like Podgy Porter. He's invalidated, so that obviously won't count. I believe next across the line is a Ferrari. Is that Visions? It is, as is that legendary off the track. And Visions on his outlap. He is just starting a fast one, of course. While the Red Bulls, I can see the Red Bulls coming around. Fitzy with an invalidated lap. What about his teammate? Where is he? Where's he going next? There he is. Gouliac goes second with a 21.1. So only Rapier in the 20s so far. What about Legendary? About to start his fastest lap. Can he maintain his... Well, it's dominant so far, isn't it? You know, the last couple of seasons we've been saying that Legendary's got the speed, but he never quite had the consistency to match Thomas, who was dominating at the time. And now we're seeing the Legendary's skill come to the fore, and he is really on fire so far this season. He's really enjoying this game, the new game. Let's ride on board, shall we? See the commitment from him. Hugging that line. How late will he brake? Bit more curb. Look at the sheer precision. This is wonderful to look at. Let's see how he fares around here. Around 10, 11, 12. Oh, look at that. That was... I tell you, I wish I could do that. Amazing stuff. You can see why he's on form so far this season. You hear a lot of drivers down one gear, straight back up into sixth. What are we going? Yep, down to second here. How quick? Look at that. Third and full up through the gears. Trying to limit traction. Fifth. The tricky last corner, of course. Now he crosses the line and he sets a on 20.5. Pole position by 3 tenths. He was beaten last year's pole time. Now just for Tier 2, guys. Fantastic lap from Legendary. He is well and truly on it. Pro Gamer is the 7th, as we saw Zeno up there in 3rd place. A good lap from him. What about Funky Panda? Mr. Podgy Porter, is he going around again? He's currently 3 tenths off his fastest. Going on those mediums. Fury Knight's currently on his outlap. If you guys are wondering where the pace of Fury has gone, he is now taking the plunge and he is now using his wheel. Obviously, the last couple of seasons in league racing, he has been using the pad. So, as with everyone, once you start using the wheel first, unless you're literally on it 24/7, there is an adjustment period. So Fury, we know he's got speed in him, and once he gets up to speed on that wheel, he'll be back up the front on that field. Whereas Thomas currently on his outlap. Thomas not having a great season so far. Only won the one race so far. But he is currently 3rd in the championship standings with 58 points. Fury is yet to win. So Thomas and Fury have won the first 5 races. Thomas and Fury only have 1 race win between them. Okay, Gorniak, who is currently 2nd in the driver standings. He is on 74 points. He is another driver on form. His last 4 races were 3rd, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So he is definitely on it. As Aros recovered to go into 4th position. We've got a lot of people in outlaps. We've got Fitz. How close is he to the end? He is there, 49. Thomas has just gone through sector 1. So it's safer to say we'll stick with Fitz. What kind of lap time can he do? 22.4. That's a slow lap by Fitz standards. Anyone else? So I believe it's just Thomas next. 27.0 for the first. I think that's a 10th or so off the ultimate time. Let's compare, shall we? Let's see how Thomas compared to Legendary. See that he's not quite sticking to left as much as Legendary did. Short break. And look, not quite full throttle, so you can tell how much faster Legendary was. Legendary was full throttle through there. Thomas not quite got the confidence yet. That outside curve this year, at the exit of turn 12, is a monster. It's even worse than last year, and last year it was horrible. Right then, Thomas comes around the last corner. And he set a competitive lap. What will he do? A 21.2, so 7/10 off Legendary. It puts him down in 8th position. A lot of work to do for Thomas as Fury goes third. The third man in the 20s. As we saw, Raphael in the 20s as well. We've got 3 drivers in the 20s. Fury then looks like he's up to speed around this track. Got a lot of drivers out there now. That's David. He's invalidated that lap. Maybe that's his out lap. Will he go for another lap? He'll have to start again. Michelangelo, how's he doing? He's in 19th position. Has he got a wing? No, he hasn't got a wing. So he won't be going anywhere fast with this lap, unfortunately. Shame for Michelangelo, who first race in a little while. As he gets out of the way. Elite Risk, yet to set a lap time. I believe he's had to pop out for 10 minutes, so hopefully he'll be able to set a lap before the session finishes. Right then, Enwooders. He is currently just over a 10th off his own pace. How about David? He is a 10th under. Right, that's the Pro Gamer. Oh, he's improved by 3/10 so far. He's the nearest one to the line. So we'll stick with him to see how far he can go up the field if he does improve. Pro Gamer, another one who this year hasn't quite been on the pace as he was in last season. Let's have a look. He does a 1:20.9, so the 4th man into the 20s. The times are starting to come down as the drivers find the confidence. The main loss of time will likely be in sector 2 in that chicane around turns 11 and 12. Oh, that's the Funky Panda. Well, apparently, according to the time splits, he's a second down, so he won't be improving anytime soon. Mr. N. Wooders, he invited his lap, so that won't count. What about Vaughan? He is currently, well, this is half a second up, but he hasn't even gone through sector 1 yet, so I'm not too sure how that's been measured. Although he wasn't a 22, so maybe he was half a second up from the previous lap. Mr. Podgy Porter has now gone out on softs. That's because he did mediums the first lap, didn't he? Vision's still yet to set a lap. Pro Gamer is not. Oh, and then I thought he got lucky, but he's just tapped the wall there, and that's really unfortunate for Pro Gamer. He'll be hobbling back to the pits now. He'll need a wing change, and that is a set of tyres ruined for him, unfortunately. Is that Vaughan going around? I believe it was. So is Vaughan coming into the pits? Is he on an in lap? I think he might be. He is, yes. How about Fitzy? He has invited his lap, so he won't be going up the order anytime soon. Podgy Porter. A lift from Podgy Porter. No one has got the confidence like Legendary around there as Kate Gorniak goes second with 1:20.7. That's a stonking lap. Well done. Kate Gorniak looking to continue where he left off, which I believe was Silverstone. I'm not too sure if he raced last week. Also, I was near in Monaco last week and I got around to watch it. What about Podgy Porter? Can he make a name for himself? He goes above Fitz with a 20.1. And Zeno with 20.7. Zeno liking this track. Zeno has he's been another driver that hasn't really shown his potential this season, but he's put his car into third at the moment, and that's a very good lap from Zeno. Down the field, and these guys on the lap. Let's see, he is at the moment. Podgy Porter we know isn't. He's on the lap. Fitz, we know isn't. He looks like he's on the in lap. Vision still in the pits, yet to set a lap. I wonder if he'll be going for the one stop. We've got 29 laps tonight, so It is possible to do a one-stop, the medium to hards. If you're very good in your tyres, then a one-stop is possible. You know, soft to mediums or soft to hards. Oh, it looks like Elite Risk is on that. He's got back in time. Let's see. Oh, he runs wide, but he gets... Oh, he's got no wing. Oh, dear. So that's unfortunate for him. He will have time to get back into the pits and do one more lap. We've got anyone else on a fast one? I don't think we have. How about Aros? How's he doing? He's joined him at the right time, because we can see how confident he is. Around the chicane of 11 and 12. Legendary was a break, and then he was a flat out. Let's see if Aros has that same confidence. Not quite, a tiny little lift, and that tiny little lift could cost you a tenth or two. You'd be surprised how much a little lift like that can cost you. Especially against a guy like Legendary. See the different styles. See, Legendary was always up to 4th gear by now. Aros taking it slowly. He comes across the line, and does he improve? He does by a tenth, and that sees him up into 7th position. Not quite in the 20s. 6 drivers so far in the 120s. As Fury looks like he's just started another lap. I believe he's the only one really on a fast one. Has Vaughn come out again? He is, yes. And Wooders has lost his wing, so we're seeing a lot of drivers. I wonder if that's going into turn 1 and turn 2, people losing their wings. Either way, we'll stick with Fury. We'll see what kind of confidence Fury has around this corner now. And if you're a driver and you've done this track, you'll know how satisfying it is to get it right. But, 2 downshifts. But he's able to just keep his foot in there. Promising from Fury then. Naturally would have gone a little bit slower because he went down 2 gears rather than 1. Gear down again. Back up into 6th, down into 2nd gear. How quick goes back into 3rd, 4th. Will he go into 5th? He does. Looking like a good lap from Fury. How much will he improve by? Oh, he doesn't improve. Less than a 10th, but that keeps him in 5th position. I can't see the timing screen, so he may have one more lap. It says 20 seconds left, but I think there's at least 2 minutes left. Over Aros comes back to the lap after invalidating, so he won't improve. Mr. Funky Panda. Let's see if he can improve on his time. He'll want to improve on that 21.1. Turn 5, another one of the dodgy corners where you can lose a lot of time, of course. And I missed the 2nd time, like a lemon. That's a lot of curb there. And it says Michelangelo. Oh, he's invalidated. It says Michelangelo's got a penalty for hitting Visions. What has happened there? Can they come in together? That seems very odd. I hope that's not the game being a bit of a dickhead. But here we are. Visions swerving. Is he trying to warm those tyres up? This will be Vision's one and only lap. Has he got any damage? Michelangelo bought in. He knows that with that 5-second penalty, he might as well start at the back. As Vision does start his lap. Elite Risk. Is he? No, he is going slow again. So it looks like he. This is possibly his out lap, unless he invalidated. A lot of the drivers are on track now. Legendary back out on track now. He is currently just under a 10th down on his own time. Now let's compare, shall we? Ooh, look at that! Fury Knights went 2nd. I missed that. Fury Knights went 2nd with 1:20.5 as well. So that's a fantastic lap. Legendary, look at that. Oh, the tail clips out a little bit. Great car control from Legendary. He is the man to watch at the moment. Watch this, kids. So smooth. And watch this gear change. The early gear changes working well this year, it seems. And Legendary improve on his 1:20.5. He can a 120.300. He breaks the ultimate lap record of when it's in Tier 2. And that is going to take some beating as all the drivers are now finishing their laps. Okay, Guniak aborts, he's done for the day. Pro Gamer's lost his wing, he's done for the day. What about Visions then? He will cross the line and he's invalidated, so he's done. So it looks like that is your order, because I don't think Fury Knights, no, he's not on the fast one. So, and Thomas went third. I'll tell you, I've missed a lot of action in this qualifying, haven't I? So look at that, the three championship contenders, or last year's contenders I should say, 1, 2 and 3, separated by 0.3 of a second. In the end, 7 drivers got into the 120s. Elite Risk Tello 128.9, but obviously making a mistake. Bit of a reprieve for Will and Jake, who didn't set a lap. Michelangelo will be last because he has that 5-second grid penalty as well. So of course we will have a bit of a break. We will we'll run down the qualifying order, and then we will see. Oh no! Please don't let there be a timing glitch. There we go. Thank goodness for that. So then, we'll do a quick rundown of the qualifying order, and then we'll have a quick couple of minutes break. So then, Legendary with the pole, the 120.300. Great lap from him. Fury Knights back in form, up into second position, 2 tenths off. Thomas up the field again with a 120.6. Rapier continuing his good form this year in 4th. Okay, Gorniak 5th. Zeno 6th. A good performance from him. Pro Gamer in 7th. Aros 8th. David and Cuba 9th. Funky Panda on his debut is 10th. And Winners 11th. Vaughn is 12th. Fitz is 13th. Fitzy is 14th. Fitz and Fitzy cannot be separated yet again. Podgy Porter 15. Elite Risk 16. Vision 17th with no time. Will, Jake and Michelangelo all with no time. So then, we will have a quick break. I'll just wait to see when Jake will be readying up. We are going at 22 minutes past the hour of 9. So I will have a quick liquid break. I will leave it on the race director screen because we might be able to tell if anyone's changing their tyres. The top 10 do, of course, have to start on the tyres they set their fast lap on in the qualifying, in case you weren't aware of the rules. People outside the top 10 will have a free choice. With a 29 lap race, you can imagine the softs will probably go a good 8, 9, 10 laps, probably maybe even 12. If you're really stretching, and then you can do the last 14, 15 laps on the mediums. So we could see some strategies. The guys at the front, people like Legendaries, if he pulls away, he might want to be safe and keep to a 2-stop. But those top guys, if they're close, it'll be whoever pulls the trigger first. These guys don't like being the first one to blink, because if you blink first, then everyone else can react to what you're doing. The undercut is powerful, so we'll see if anyone can utilise that tonight. Right then, 3 minutes to go. I will shut up to give your ears a bit of peace, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Right, there's 22 parts. The rate 22 parts. The race starts in 20 seconds. We'll have another quick look as we see some mixed strategies going on there. In the bottom 10, only Michelangelo starting on the hards so far. Will we see a safety car? It is highly likely, of course. So, as the timer counts down, we wait for the red lights. Here they are. We have 5 red lights and we are go! And something's happening. The cars aren't moving on my screen. What the hell was that? Well, that was, Jesus Christ, Codemasters. Anyway, this allowed Fury Knights to take the lead into turn 1 as we've got yellow flags out already. It looks like we've got Funky Panda's gone down to the bottom of... Oh, look at that. They're going 3 wide into turn. Fury Knights is still currently with those in front, the top 3 are as they were. Rapier still 4th. Gagoniak 5th. He's just been overtaken by Rapier. He gets the middle. Rapier down in the position. David also takes that Rapier. Has Rapier got damaged? It looks like he may have touched that top 3. As he definitely must have wing damage. Unlucky for Rapier. Once again, as Legendary has now overtaken Fury. As Legendary has his lead back. Has Fury got damage? No, Visions is already up into 11th position. Flying start from him. He's up 6 places. Vaughan, Funky Panda and Edward is all missing out. Having instances at the start. Oh, and that's Edward again. Losing out on the chicane. These medium tyres. Not liking that corner by the looks of it. But at the end of turn 1, lap 1 I should say, it's Legendary who has the lead. 7 tenths ahead of Fury, who is just another couple of tenths ahead of Thomas and Gagoniak. The top 5 all within a second of each other still. Zeno is down in 8th position at the moment. We've got Aros. He's lost a place, but he's just got past Fitzy. Will currently up there in 13th position. For him. So as we look into the tyres, it is Michelangelo, the only one starting on those hards. There will be, there'll take a few laps to kick in before we see any kind of true pace from me, as we see Elite, Risk and Podgy Porter going side by side. Was that Will, sorry? The 3 of them? All of them going hammer and tunnel. These are my bearings here, and as you see at the top, Legendary has already pulled out a second. He is out of that DRS zone. Fury needs to get his act together. He needs to find that qualifying pace if he doesn't want Legendary to run high. And Thomas has also fallen out of the 1 second gap as well. So Dirty Air could be a thingy as we've got yellow flags. As that's Fitz, he was the only one to pit. He must have got damage, and that's Michelangelo. Looks like he's had a little spin. His hard tyres not warm enough yet to get the maximum out of them. As Legendary sets a 124.1. All drivers just in that second. The tops, oh, look at that. The top 10, top 11 are still within a second of each other. Vision's the first. That's Zeno going for a spin. No, it's Pro Gamer. He's had a spin coming out of turn 1. Luckily we've got ghosting on, and that's such a shame for Pro Gamer, who had a strong start to the race. He's had a horrible start to the season, Pro Gamer. He's been nowhere near the front. And more bad luck continues for him. As Mudders has got past Michelangelo. That's Michelangelo in the wall. And those hard tyres really not behaving well. So Legendary just outside. We've got 3 DRS zones, don't forget, here in Australia. This is number 3 of 3. One of the guys have DRS. As we say, Gagoniak going for a move on Thomas. He's going around the outside. What a move by Gagoniak. Around the outside of Thomas. Thomas must have had a slow exit from that, from the chicane. Thomas is... Oh, and he's braked late and he's hit the back of Gagoniak. As we've got a VSC It's Funky Panda who's had an incident coming out of turns 11 and 12. Funky Panda is the first victim. Thomas will now pit for a new nose, you imagine. David follows him in the pits, but he's got a 5-second penalty. Roger Fitzy also in the pits. We're seeing a lot of drivers take an early pit, and Visions is up into 6th position. We saw this happen a couple of weeks ago in Silverstone, didn't we? Where he started on the alternate strategy, and in the first couple of laps, he was already up there. The VSC still going. Zeno, and Zeno is back up into 4th position now, so he's done well. Michelangelo still hasn't pitted. He still hasn't managed to get around. He's still struggling with that no wing. VSC still out. Feels like it's been out for a little while now. Almost probably 3 quarters of a lap by now. So Elite Risk up into 7th place as well. So Visions on Elite Risk. Look at that. Visions up is 11th places. Elite Risk up 9. You can see the bottom 8. Owen will speed on with the VSC, and I believe that's also David. No, he's got the pit stop one, hasn't he? You can see the top 8 of all, bottom 8 of all had incidences. Michelangelo DNF, so I think he's had a rough day, hasn't he? Either way, we are back underway. Fury Knights will now have DRS. Will they be able to do anything about the speed of Legendary? They've dropped Thomas. Thomas, of course, having to make that early pit stop. Thomas went on the medium, so he will likely have to pit again. Jake up into the 9th position after he started down the grid after not setting the time. He'll be pleased with that. Some early progress for him. Currently ahead of his teammate. Roger Porter up there in 8th position, chasing down his teammate who's on the alternate strategy. Legendary out front, controlling the race so far. As Ellen Wooders is the 2nd person to get a 3-second time penalty for track extensions. As we see Rapier get past Will for 15th position. Rapier, we know, is a fast driver. He's not giving up, is he, Wooders? And they're banging wheels, and that's Rapier's position. Oh, and that was a big step out from Will. And Will, he's lost it, and he's in the wall. And that's Zeno as well. Zeno's also DNF. We've got 2 DNFs in the space of a couple of seconds, and the safety car has been deployed. Whoa, I don't think I've seen that. 2 cars DNF within a couple of seconds of each other. Different corners, of course. Will was getting out of shape trying to take back his position, and unfortunately that turn 5 has proven costly for him. As we see the leaders are now pitting. Fury Knights has gone onto the hards, so a statement of intention for him. Legendary has come out on a fresh set of softs, so Legendary will have to pit at least once again. So we know those softs are a lot faster than the hards, so Fury will have to get a move on. He's got Jake up there in 2nd position. Visions has pitted. He's gone for a 2nd set of mediums, so perhaps he had damage. He'll have to pit again. Elite Risk has also now DNF. We've seen, oh, look at that, as we've seen now 5 drivers retire from the race in the first 5 drivers in 5 laps, as Fitz comes in for his 2nd pit stop of the day. This time Fitz in the hards. He'll be looking to go to the end. So Podgy Porter is your current race leader, with Jake up in 2nd position. I think if it's to Jake, you'll be 2nd position after 6 laps. I think he would take that. His tyres will obviously be further than Podgy Porter's, but Podgy softs will be going off very soon. And as you can see, so Legendary and Fury down there in 3rd and 4th, your net leaders. They have effectively got a free pit stop, as Thomas is currently 2 cars behind. He's got Vaughan between him and those 2. So Thomas's early little mistake because of 2 gear. Pagoniak down in 8th position. I think he's probably one of the ones that's missed out quite a lot. Safety car won't be in this lap. I imagine it could be next lap, depending on how quick Fitz manages to catch up. Those hard tyres won't be ready to. As you can see, he takes it very softly. Yeah, already claimed a few victims today. That chicane. So at least one more lap for the test car. Let's have a quick look at fastest lap, shall we? Where is it? Right. Where's the fastest laps? It's idiots. Come on. Fastest laps. So far, Legendary has got the fastest lap with a 24.1. So current pace, he's over 3 seconds a lap faster than Jake, and 2.5 seconds faster than Podgy Porter. So I wonder if we'll see Legendary overtake both cars. Him and Fury in the 24s, Thomas also in the 24s, same as Kegorniak, Alros, Rapier, Pro Gamer in the 24s. Fitz hit to set a lap under the 29s. He'll want to rectify that as soon as humanly possible. But of course he's on those hard, so they will take a long time to warm up. So Fury will have to watch out. He'll have Vaughan and Thomas on his back. Because we know, as I've said about 20 million times now, those hard tyres take a long time to warm up, to get to temperature and to feel the grip. They'll go to the end of the race easily, but they take a while to get going and produce their best. So the safety car should be in this lap, and there it is, as I say it. So Podgy Porter is now the effective safety car. He will now control the pace. He's actually got plenty of time to let the safety car go into the pits, so he'll want to back the pack up a little bit more. Safety car hasn't got away from him just yet. We'll see what kind of see if he can pull out anything. See if he can catch Jake unawares. When will Podgy Porter go? He hasn't let the safety car go a bit, has he? So he's not going to be able to go straight away. He tries, and he's gone, and he's definitely caught Jake unawares, hasn't he? And Jake is already coming under pressure from Legendary. Legendary on those fresh softs. They're going to go side by side to turn one. Legendary going for the inside line, and it's done. Legendary already past Jake. He's just got Podgy Porter to get back now, and he's back up into the lead. As we see Thomas down the field, there's been a collision there. Thomas has gone round, and David's gone round. Oh dear, I hope that wasn't a collision between the two. But that's Thomas down the bottom of the field again. He's having a horrible season. And knowing Thomas's luck, that will be another wing change. As Kegorniak has also fallen down the field. Oh, terrible. Kegorniak hasn't even got a wing, so he's definitely been in the wars. I imagine he probably got caught up in the shenanigans between Thomas and David. Oh, what a shame for these three drivers. Especially Kegorniak, who's been on very good form so far. And Thomas, who just, despite being third in the standings, you know, he's already almost 40 points behind Legendary. That's almost 2 race wins. So he's unfortunate. Legendary has already got past Podgy Porter then. Podgy Porter already falling like a balloon out behind Legendary. He's already a second behind. As we see Vision and Alros having a little ding dong. Vision is currently up into 6th now after making his first stop, so he's looking in a good position as Legendary sets a fast lap of a 1:23.3. Only 3.5 seconds off his pole time, and look at that, he's already almost 2 seconds ahead of Podgy Porter. And is that Jake? That's Jake in the wall! And Jake's had a piece in the turn 1, and he's lost his wing, and that's all of his good work done. Oh dear. Jake, who said before the race this is one of his favourite tracks, he thinks he's good at it, but unfortunately he's been caught out at turn 1, and that will be a pit stop for him. So unfortunate, as we see Thomas pit, Rapier pit, and of course Kegorniak will pit for a new wing as well. Pro Gamer has just got past Fitzy. Is that damage for Fitzy? Looks like he's going slow, or recovering from a spin at least. Back at the front, Legendary has now got almost 4 seconds on Podgy Porter. He means business. He knows he's got to get at least a 25-second lead if he wants to try and catch Fury back up. Fury still stuck behind Podgy Porter. Those hard tyres still will be warming up. Let's see if Fury can take the lead. He will have DRS, of course. Let's see if he can get past. Legendary with another fastest lap, 2 tenths quicker than his previous. Look at that, Fury can't get close enough. Podgy Porter not even using a lot of DRS. So he's obviously got a lot of straight line speed in that Alpine. Fury can't get anywhere near him. This is the second DRS straight. He has a little look, but he thinks against it. And all the while, Legendary has now got 5.5 seconds ahead. So this is causing so much damage to Fury in his hopes of a win. Vaughan up there in full position, kind of on his own at the moment. He's fallen almost 2 seconds behind these two. As Fury has got past Podgy Porter, Podgy's obviously made a mistake. And Fury laps it up nicely. Thank you very much, he says. Jake pits after losing his wing, and he has gone for a set of softs, so he'll be pitting again. Thomas up in the 12th position now. He is now currently behind Fitz. Thomas on the hard tyres, and Red Bull getting out of the way. Not too sure what's happening there. But either way, Fitzy is going down the field. Has he got car damage? Either way, he's currently, I don't know if he's slowing down or not. He's currently in the way of Jake. Jake, will he have a look into turn 6? No, he does not. He thinks against it. As Rapier looking very racy behind. Oh, and that's... Oh, Rapier got a little bit too close there. A bit too impatient. As we see at the field, it looks like Vision has got past M. Wooders, because M. Wooders is now pitting. Right, can Jake really be able to overtake in this DRS zone? Another gear down going through there. He's got the speed, he's got the tyres. Jake goes for the inside, and no, he pulls out in the last second. Strange decision there. Either way, M. Wooders in the pits has now gone to hard tyres, so he'll be going to the end of the race. Seeing a lot of position changes going on, but at the front, Fury Knights has now has stopped the lead. The gap is just 9 seconds now, so he'll want to keep it at that. If he keeps it at that, then Legendary will have to pull back about 20 seconds, possibly a bit of traffic as well. But at the moment in this race, well, that's a nice camera angle. At the moment, you would have to say that it is currently advantage Fury in the race for the victory. Legendary will probably have to pit in the next 5 laps. He will have to go onto the mediums. He's done softs now, so he will have to go for the mediums or for the hards. You imagine if there's no safety cars, then he'll easily put on a set of softs. Vaughan currently up into 3rd position now. He's also got past Podgy Porter. Podgy Porter's soft tyres, 10 laps old now, so they won't be very kind to him. As we see Aros also getting past Podgy Porter. What about Visions? Will Visions be able to do anything? He's the next one lined up to overtake Podgy Porter. Let's have a look. Look at that. He goes for the racing light. Podgy covers the inside, and that's easy pickings for Visions. As I think you can tell the way that Podgy Porter's fallen down the order now. Those tyres are obviously not doing any favours. At the front, you can see Legendary fall out another second on Fury. So he's going to want to keep that kept down. The next Podgy Porter, Fitz is the next one in line, if he can, but he's on those using hard tyres. Pro Gamer currently in 8th position, behind Fitz. Let's have a ride along with Pro Gamer, shall we? In his Williams. He's got used to the Williams by now, haven't he? But he's getting very close. He won't have a look here, but get a good exit out of 12. Get that DRS open. Fitz deploying DRS. Pro Gamer, will he go for it? No, he thinks against it. Probably a wide decision in the circumstances. Visions now he's just under a second behind Arrow, so he will get the DRS Podgy Porter into the pits finally then. Let's have it right on with Aros, shall we? Look behind. See if Visions can get anywhere near us. It looks like Aros has him covered this time. He does. Visions can't get close just yet. As we see David move up a place, as Podgy Porter still in the pits. He has gone for the mediums. So that'll be him till the end of the race, as long as there's no more incidents. It was a lovely camera angle, wasn't it? Thomas down there in the 11th position, not in the points just yet. As Legendary gets a time penalties, 3 seconds now. Will Thomas move out the way for his teammate? Has Thomas got wing damage again? Either way, he moves out the way for his teammate. Knows that Jake is currently on a different strategy. Thomas knows he's going to the end of the race and he doesn't want to lose time trying to defend. And as I say that, he has a spin, and that is Thomas's race. Oh, dear me, Thomas. He's now last on track and he can't even spin round. The donut doesn't work, and that is losing so much time. Oh, what a shame for Thomas. He is really not dialed in this season yet, has he? He's definitely showing the pace in the 1 laps. But it just collapses when it comes to race day for Thomas, unfortunately. Such a shame for last year's champion. Of course, we are in now season 4 of 7GR. Thomas is your current triple champion, so he won season 1, season 2, and season 3. Season 3 was very tight, going down to the last race of the season. If you're interested in watching them, we do have a YouTube channel. Just search 7th Gear Racing on YouTube and you will find us. You can't miss us with that purple banner. You're going to watch Thomas in all his glory. I recommend you watch the whole season, but if you just want to watch the last 2 races, you'll see a masterclass from Thomas, Legendary, and Fury. And that's Fitzy having a spin, and he's lost another wing. Fitzy is all over the place at the moment. Such a shame. As M. Wooders is in the pits, front nose as well. Okay, going down there to opposition, still trying to recover from that earlier spin. Legendary has now got a 13.3 second lead. That of course translates into a 10-second lead with that 3-second penalty. Legendary will likely be coming in the next lap or 2 as he comes to lap the AlphaTauri of M. Wooders. The B flags are out, but of course we have ghosting on, so there's no need to panic. Vaughan still up there in 3rd position, representing Tier 2. He's representing us very well. He will have to pit any minute though. He's had those tyres on since the start. As we have a yellow flag. Is that Visions? It is Visions. Oh, he's spun it coming out of turn 1. Oh, it's a shame for him. Oh, has he got damage? Yes, he's completely lost his nose. And that unfortunately is his progress done for the day, unless he lucks in for the safety car. I was just about to check in on him and Aros because they were very close together, but Aros looks like he's won that battle. Visions will now have to come and pit, I imagine. He's already been on mediums twice, so he won't be able to put another set of, I imagine. He'll have to put on softs. Sorry, hards. Fitz up there in 6th. At one point, he was at the back of the grid, wasn't he? He was at the back. It was all looking a little bit hopeless. And this is what happens. Sometimes you luck in, you get a safety car, and you go from last, and now you're currently 6th. And he should also be going to the end of the race. So he could definitely come into play, as Legendary will have to pit any time now. Legendary could come out. No, Legendary will come out ahead of Fitz. So Fitz won't be able to support his teammate just yet, as we see Fitzy into the pits, and Fitzy retires in the pits. And Wooders looks like he's retired in the pits as well. So we're down to 13 runners. Seems to be a common theme at the moment, where we get a lot of retirements. I think a lot of that is down to the curbs this year and how so unforgiving they are. Legendary then still out in the lead. He is now 16 seconds ahead of Fury. And Fury has also been caught by Vaughan, which is interesting. Vaughan will be pitting anytime soon, you imagine. But he's right in the back of Fury now. So, is that Gorniak and Rapier having a battle? I believe it is. Rapier has got the position at the moment, but that's Kate Gorniak going around the outside for the last point. Kate Gorniak, they're going side by side. Great racing from these two, no bumping wheels. And Kate Gorniak has the 10th position. Great racing from these two. They will, of course, pick up another position because Jake will have to pit again. Podgy Porter looking solid there for points. He's currently up in 8th position. He shouldn't have to pit again, barring any accidents. Aros up there in 4th position. Fury Knights down into 3rd now, so he's been overtaken by Vaughn. And I imagine he's playing a bit of a game there because I think he knows that he's going to the end and Vaughn will likely have to pit again. I imagine he's been on the phone to Jeff asking him how his tyres are. Vaughn will probably go 2 more laps and then I imagine he'll pit for softs. So Fury knows... is that Vision spinning again? There was a yellow flag by him, so I don't know if he's had another spin. But Vision's going... He must have damaged because that is... very slow. Again, unfortunately, you can't really tell these days with the outside, unless they really knock it off. You can't really tell you can't really tell about the car damage these days, and his vision goes very wide. I imagine that'll be him in the pits. He'll probably put on a lap. No, it's those hard tyres. I think he's just having a hard time with those hard tyres. They're really... As he pauses. He ghosts. I don't know why he ghosts, but he did. Because Legendary is in the pits for his one and only stop. For his second stop, I should say. He's on the mediums. And he's come out, obviously, in 4th position. He's not too far behind Fury. Fury lost a lot of time. Fury now has a 3 seconds. So that penalty has now been wiped out. So it is now a race to the finish. And Legendary is only... he's 3 seconds behind Fury, so that is nothing really. The driver of Legendary's caliber, and that is Vision. Is that him? Yes. Oh look, he's gone round again, and this time the nose has come off. Such a shame for Vision. He was looking so strong earlier in the race, and now the wing has come off. Keep going, Vision. You never know what will happen. So many drivers retiring. It's always worth. He knows a lap down. It's always worth. There we go. Back at the front end, Vaughn is currently leading. He's got Fury Knights still behind him. It looks like those mediums have had their day now, as Fury Knights is right on the back of him still. Let's see how quick. Legendary is also joining the party in it. And that's Pro Gamer in the wall, and he's retired. Is it a safety car? He's had problems coming out of turn 12. Back down to these guys. Fury, will he go for the overtake? Vaughn's got a very slow corner, and Vision. Fury goes to the inside, and that is an easy overtake. Fury back up into the lead of the race. But he's currently got less than 2 seconds between him and Legendary. No safety car or VSC for the Crusher Pro Gamer. I think the game's maybe fed up with people crashing in the same place. But that promotes Rapier up into 10th position and into the points. So the battle now is here between Fury, Vaughn, Aros and Legendary. Vaughn and Aros will of course have to pit again. So as Legendary has got past Aros. Legendary is flying. Let's wonder how long it will take him to catch. Has Vision pitted for a new nose yet? I don't think he hasn't pitted for a new nose yet. Unless he's on the same lap. He can't be on the same lap. Anyway, back to the front. Look at that, look how easy, look at the exit speed of Legendary. Right, he's up in the 2nd position already. Those two didn't put much of a fight, did they? And now we have the race for the lead. Fury Knights currently in first on 14-lap old hard tyres. He's going to the end. Legendary on fresh mediums. He is going to the end. This is the battle for the lead of the race. How long will it last? With the form that Legendary is in this season, probably not very long, if in all honesty. But Fury Knights won't give it up easy. We know that much. But Fury Knights will want to get solid points. Only one podium so far for Fury Knights this season. As he covers off the inside, goes very defensive, very Legendary driven around the outside. Legendary didn't need to. Oh, and that's Fury. Oh, and that's so close to being the wall. Aros looking to take advantage. He does, and that's Fury. He's lost 2 positions in one corner. Oh, that's such a shame for Fury. Legendary is back up into the lead. That didn't last long, did it? Less than a lap. But Legendary now, the victory is his. He just needs to keep his nose out of trouble because he is rapid this year. I know I've already said it, but he is rapid this year. He is really, really excelling at this new game. He's obviously found some kind of way to negotiate the curbs whilst keeping the speed because he is absolutely on it. And this will be his, if he wins today, it'll be his 4th win in 5 races. I don't think he's ever won more than 2 races in the season. So he's already almost tripled his race winning output as Fawn has got past. As in the pits, he's putting on the soft tyres to the end now. So he will be fast. He comes out behind David. So Aston Martin's now running 3rd and 4th. Be some good constructor points. These 2 teammates last year doing really well for constructors. This year, both drivers have been struggling, of course. But this will be a nice haul of points for these 2 as we see Jake in the pits for another set of, will he put another softs? He does. Of course, he retired very early in qualifying, so he will have all the fresh softs in the world. And Vision's still driving around with no wing. Is he AI? I don't know what's happening, but this is odd. Definitely, I don't think he's racing. He's got to be on AI, I think. So Thomas will want to be coming in. I imagine he'll be putting softs on. I imagine he'll want to go for the fastest lap. No, set of mediums and a new nose. So another off for Thomas. Oh dear. Legendary, his gap is now up to 2.5 seconds to Aros, who still has Fury Knights on his tail. Not letting him get away. Aros will, of course, likely have to pit. I mean, it's very possible Aros could go to the end. But those mediums won't be playing ball by that time. So, for pit stops, that's likely it now. The only person who will likely stop will be Aros. But I imagine he'll want to keep that second position if he can. He knows the win is likely out of the question now, unless Legendary makes a humongous mistake. Aros will likely be... Is that Rappy around? It is. Rappy is around at turn 1. Turn 1 catching the driver out again. That curb really must be... Is that wing damage as well? On his left front, it is. He's lost his left front wing plate. So that will be Jake up into the 9th position, and that's Visions. Visions has finally retired from the race after going around with 5 laps with no wing. He's finally in the pits and he's finally retired. So we're down to 11 drivers, which is quite unusual for Australia, but maybe not this year. We're seeing every race we're seeing a lot of retirements with the way the game and the cars are performing. Aros still got that tiny lead over Fury Knights. This is likely the battle, but we've also got a battle for 5th and 6th as Vaughan on the fresh softs is still trying to get past David, who's hard tyre 19 laps old now. Can't get near him, unfortunately. He's going to have to be a bit patient and try and work out a way to get past him. Australia does have 3 DRS zones, but Australia is one of those tracks where it is quite hard to overtake unless you've got a lot of overspeed. But he's also got 17 lap fresher tyres. David also very low on the ERS. Surely Vaughan will pounce very soon. Will he go for a move even before turn 11? He doesn't. He slows down. Probably a bit wise going into these corners. And he's got the power down. Will he go left? Will he go right? He goes to left. He goes to left. And that is an easy pass. And that is all. I thought he ran a bit wide there, but no. He keeps the 5th position. Can David hang on? Can he get back past? He will inherit the DRS, of course. Looks like Vaughan will have it covered. He's got the better DRS. He's obviously got the much fresher tyres, so I don't think David will be able to do anything about it. No. Vaughan, just the 7 seconds behind Fitz now. So he's got about 5 laps to see if he can make any kind of inroads into Fitz, who's again on very old hard tyres. So Vaughan, possibly the one to watch here. He could be on for full position. I think podium's out of reach for Vaughan. But Fury back on board with him. Still chasing down Aros. He's keeping that. Oh, Jake with the fastest lap, so he gets the extra point. So he takes that extra point off Legendary, and you can see, I said earlier, didn't I, that Jake likes this track, and that's some feat to take the fastest lap off Legendary. Fury Knights. Did he get DRS? I think he was just out of it. I think he was just out of it. He was. And I think we can safely say that Aros won't be pitting again. So this is full position. When I said that, Aros hasn't got any penalties. So Fury needs to overtake and pull out another 3 seconds at least. I think maybe that's why he knows. And that is that Thomas is spun going on the last corner. This really isn't Thomas's day, is it? Oh dear, another day to forget for our triple champion Thomas. He's a nightmare. He's of course, one thing I forgot to mention. Season 1 and Season 2, Thomas has won both races here. So we will have a new Australian Grand Prix winner amongst our ranks. David and Kubica, Mr. David, as I'll just call him David. Currently the only driver to score in every race so far this season. So he's got another 4 laps to keep it on track and keep that record going. Okay, for now those hard tyres will they'll be fine. To be honest, yes, they're 21 laps old, but hard tyres they've got 100 laps likely. So then the only real battle on the track now is for this 2nd position. Fury Knights back in the DRS zone. Aros's tyres at this stage won't be very nice. As Rapier sets the fastest lap of the race, he takes that extra point off Jake. So that'll be 2 points for Rapier in his charge to go up the championship table. So we've had a pretty eventful Australian Grand Prix so far, haven't we? It's a lot of crashes. The chicane of turns 11 and 12 definitely proving to be people's undoing. Let's see what Fury can do with 20 lap old Hans with dirty air. Oh, very nicely done. Oh, hello. What's happened now? There we go, after. Alright. So Fury, just over half a second behind now. Because, as I keep saying, those mediums on Aros's car will not be very happy. They'll be screaming. They'll be like, why? They can see. I mean, the game unfortunately doesn't really do any favours when it comes to looking at blisters or tyre marks, so you can't really tell how old they are in this year's game compared to last year's. a random feature leave. Taken out as Rapier improves his own fastest lap with a 22.0. 2 seconds off the pace of qualifying as Aros goes really deep into turn 3, allowing Fury Knights to really get up, sniff his backside. And Fury is, we'll say he's sniffing that for second place, but he knows he has those penalties. He's got 3 seconds, so if he wants to get past, he's got to get it done now. Otherwise, Aros knows all he's got to do is keep it on the track. We'll look behind, shall we? Let's see how close Fury can get. Not very close at all. A little minor blip then to the previous turn 3 for Aros. As Vaughan, as you can see, we did say can he catch up, and he's now within a second of Fitz. So Vaughan could be on the 4th position, or just stay with these two for now. See if Fury can get close, and then we'll hop back. Oh, look at Vaughan and Fitz. Nothing doing here. And that Fitz and Vaughan then. How close can Vaughan get? He's got DRS, he's got the fresh tyres. And Fury has got past Aros. Aros, I said nothing was happening. I cursed it. I'm sorry, Aros. And Vaughan is now only a couple of attempts behind Fitz. Will he be making the move? Not at this moment. Stay on that one. But we've now got 2 battles. As Aros, Aros knows he's got 3 seconds advantage over Fury, so I don't think he'll be battling too hard. And of course, want to keep up with him. He may even want to pass him on track, just for the honour. But we'll have the DRS. We've got to get past him there. How about Fitz and Vaughan? How close can Vaughan get? Can he get past Fitz? Those softs not quite so fresh anymore, but they'll still be probably better than the hards. He's not close enough, is he? Fitz still holding on. Aros is he's fallen back a bit, hasn't he, Aros? He's 8 tenths behind now, so I think he needs that DRS. As we've now started the last lap of the race, that has come around quick, hasn't it? Legendary with a 10-second gap. The 2-stop strategy. What about Vaughan? Can Vaughan get anywhere near Fitz? You've got to be closer than that, Vaughan. Fitz easily pulling away on the last lap. There's one more opportunity. Vaughan to get past. Same with Aros. Aros now out of the DRS zone. Those medium tyres must be really hurting. Can Fury put another 2 seconds on Aros to keep that second place as Thomas takes the fastest lap away from Rapier? I don't get a point for 11th place of fastest lap. But here we go then. Legendary almost as Kate Gorniak and Podgy Port. Oh! These two going side by side. We've got to go back to Legendary, I'm sorry. Legendary, your dominant race winner, exits the last corner. And he takes his 4th win of the season. Well done, Fury. What a great race from you, sir. Fury Knights brings the car home in second on the track, but he will fall down to 3rd because of penalties. A good second place for Aros. Fitz will keep that full position as it stands. He does, yes. So Fitz will cross the line in 4th place. Good recovery drive from Fitz. Vaughan. And Vaughan has taken the 4th as Fitz doesn't. By 5 seconds. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice again. David, 6th. Continues his run of scoring in every race. Okay, Gorniak. He is in 7th. His first non-podium finish of the season. He finishes in 7th ahead of Porsche Forza. Jake will cross the line. He's already crossed the line in 9th. So then that is your Race order. So of course, we will have a look at the first couple of penalties. A couple of drivers already saying they need some time penalties off. So, Legendary. I think no one could take that win away from him. Superb driving from Legendary. Didn't put his foot wrong. When he needed to, he overtook. He showed clear dominance today, didn't he? Warring for the rest of the grid when you got someone in this much form. Aros up there on the podium with him. And Fury Knights, nice to see him back on the podium. In a few races. Yet to win yet this season though. So then, the provisional grid then. We have Legendary with he is your winner. He takes home the 25 points. Aros is second after a good race from him. Fury Knights finishes third. Vaughn, full position up from 12th on the grid. Same Fitz, fifth position up from 13th from the grid. David, 6th position. Keg Gorniak, 7th. Podgy Porter finishes 8th. Jake up to 9th. Rapier, the last of the point scorers. Oriel Thomas, the last of the Class 5 finishers. He takes the fastest lap, but unfortunately he won't get the point because he's out of the top 10. Your DNFs, Visions, Pro Gamer, M Wooders, Fitzy, Elite Risk, Zeno, Will, Michelangelo, and FunkyPanda.com. So a good race, all in all. Bit hard to pick a driver of the day. I don't want to pick Legendary again, but he seemed to be the only one that didn't put a foot wrong. We'll leave it to the comments, shall we? If you're watching, let me know who you think your driver of the day was. I think Legendary is definitely a contender. The two-stop strategy, the purpose two-stop strategy, everyone else with a two-stop probably lost the wing. But Aros, Fury, Vaughn, all with the one-stop. Vaughn going very long on those on that first stint. Aros getting a long stint off those mediums as well. Going longer than anyone should go. Well done to Aros and Thomas as well. The only two drivers not to get to complete the race and not get a time penalty. So then, while we wait, we'll say our goodbyes now. If we go back to the lobby. If you've enjoyed this tonight, make sure you tune in tomorrow for Tier 2. I believe we are around Singapore. So that will be a good one to watch. I likely won't be commentating. I will be racing as long as I get back from my meeting on time. But anyway, if you've enjoyed, like I said, if you've enjoyed this tonight, like I have, tune back in tomorrow, 8:30, 7th Gear Racing. Again, like I said, we're also on YouTube. We're on the Twitter. And thank you guys for watching. Have a good evening. Hope we see you tomorrow. Bye bye.